Good morning, this is Robin Bieber on the products spread talk on the 11th of May at 8:20 in the morning London time. The chart you're seeing in front of you is June-July heat and it's pushing strongly higher. It ought to hit the 50% correction point at minus 332, then be careful. A move and close over there would give us a target to minus 235. The stochastic is getting a bit toppy, which makes the next few points up to 332, minus 332, a little bit precarious, but whilst it stays above the 5-day moving average at minus 416, it's in good shape. And were it to dip back, which is entirely conceivable to that level, as long as it holds, no problem. And the 8-day moving average is at minus 452. That's the real test. This spread has begun to look wobbly, the 8-day moving average has held. So whilst above the 5 and 8s, it's in reasonably good shape and should head higher. The DEC June heat has gapped higher. It still maintains its target to minus 1662, but then it would need a close over the 55-day here at minus 1597 to give it the next leg up to minus 1268. The area between 1662 and 1597 is dangerous. I expect it to hit minus 1662, then be careful. The stochastic is getting a little high, so be wary of that. And the 5-day moving average at minus 1908 is good support. It doesn't look like it's going to be tested today. The DEC Red DEC is struggling at this this plus 14. Start again, the minus 14 area. This minus 14 area is 1400 area is big resistance. Were it to push above there, it then has the 55-day at minus 1357. So this is a danger zone for it. The stochastic is high, one should be careful. It's okay whilst it's above minus 1465, the 5-day moving average, but that could be breached today, in which case I would expect a test of the more tenable 8-day at minus 1547. Now moving on to RBOB structure. Looking a little bit wobbly, very high and negative stochastic, which is a little bit of a worry. But whilst above the 5-day moving average at minus 92, it's okay. If it breaches minus 92, expect to move back to minus 143, the 8-day moving average. Its target has been hit at minus 68, and it now moves and needs another move and close over here to give it a target to 59, plus 59, the gap. Now moving on to June DEC, it's hit its target to 801. This is fierce resistance. It needs to move and close over here to have a target to 1350. The stochastic is a little bit high, so be wary. But whilst it's above the 590 level, it is in resistance testing mode. But be very careful at 801. It's hit that target already 2 days ago and shied away from it. And be careful when it's retesting it today if it indeed gets that high. And the DEC Red DEC on RBOB, looking a little wobbly. This 553 level, the 5-day moving average, is the key pivot. Below there, and it slides to minus 690. Above there, and there's a reasonable chance of a move up to the gap at 215. Use the 5-day as a pivot. It's in and around that level at the moment. A worrying stochastic in that it's wobbling at the highs. Let the 5-day moving average do the talking. Below there, and it struggles. Now looking at gas oil, and we've moved on to June-July gas oil today. Whilst it's above the 5-day at minus 1450, it's okay and should be making its way to minus 1150. It's got some work to do. It must hold minus 1450, otherwise it goes down to minus 15, and below minus 15 would suggest a correction. The stochastic is a little bit high, but still positive and okay. The June DEC looks like heading towards the 55-day moving average at minus 42. It must stay over the 5-day at around minus 50.50, and so long as it does, there's some upside developing. This area here, these two highs that come in at around about minus 44.75 are a struggle zone for it. It needs to really push on above there, but it still has a target to minus 42 area. And moving on to the DEC Red DEC, it's a little bit stuck here. It's above the 5-day moving average at minus 45, minus 46 area. And so long as it stays above here, it's okay. It should make its way to minus 42 and a half. There's some upside developing, but it must stay over the 5 and 8-day moving averages at minus 46 and minus 47.5. That's all for today. Good luck, good trading, and bon appetit.